Okay, this is the interior plumbing and appliances video. And hot's on the left, cold's on the right. I have a short little video of this guy making a whistling sound. Everything goes down that's supposed to go down. Hi, Kitty! Okay. I come over here. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. We've been here. Everything underneath here. Boring. But you know what we got? See that right there? It's a stick with a drywall screw. This is called a foul line, F-O-U-L, hillbilly home inspection, okay? Now, code says you're not supposed to have a foul line. But I've seen some sink manufacturers illustrate that the foul line is acceptable to them. Your realtor's going to tell you to put some bleach on it. Ha ha ha. Okay, whatever. I get that. So, you know, and manufacturer's installation instructions supersedes code. So if the manufacturer's okay with that lip, then nobody can say anything. Until I've seen the manufacturer's installation instructions, I'm telling you that code says you're not supposed to have a lip. And around and around and around we go. Okay, so now we come over here and we look underneath here, and what do we got? We got sticks holding our sink up. All right, our lavatory basin, sticks. All right, the manufacturer's installation instructions. I've seen enough of these. This lavatory basin, your kitchen sink, and the other bathroom lavatory basins came with clips. The manufacturer wants clips to install these. Just put a stick underneath there. Philip, we're going to the beer store. Oh, Doug, you're the fastest guy in the shop. I know. I'm getting a raise next week. That's the way we do it. That's the way we do it. Now, this is GFCI protected. It's supposed to be GFCI protected. Okay? But it doesn't have a GFCI label. I'd peel mine off. They're ugly. I get it. You know, it doesn't change the function whatsoever. It's a little blue sticker. Sometimes they're red. Just sits there, you know, like a pimple, you know, just disrupting the ambience, you know. But since they're supposed to have it, I'm supposed to tell you about it, so I told you about it. Now, see that little TR? It means tamper resistant. When this home was built about 10 years ago, you know, never mind what the other videos said, but about 10 years ago when this house was built, this was required to be tamper-proof, but it wasn't required to be water resistant. If this house was built this morning, kind of like the electric service panel, you'd have WR on your bathroom receptacles, your kitchen receptacles, your exterior receptacles, your garage receptacles. You'd have it in those locations. But this house wasn't built yesterday. Floor plug works. Used to be these plugs, they put them on the sides instead of underneath here because you couldn't have a receptacle that was recessed more than 7 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches. That doesn't matter now. Okay, well that was yesterday. Today, they don't want one on the kitchen island at all. Now they make some provisions, like if we can ascertain that this is a wall, but that's why we have the floor plug. All right, so it's not a wall, this is a kitchen island. We shouldn't have a plug down here because you could have your crock pot up here, you could have the cord down, somebody could hook it, they could drag it off. Okay, all those kinds of things. Moving on over here, I've got a little research to do about the kitchen vent fan, but the kitchen vent fan works fine. My client watched me play with it. My client watched me play with the cooktop, working fine. The gas valve is right underneath here. So if you got an emergency or something like that, you can get to it. You know where it is. All right. So coming along over here. Now, code says that our food waste disposal button should not be out of sight from the disposer when it's working. But the manufacturer says, I know this, that if it's less than 1 horsepower, or actually I think it says 1 horsepower or less, then you can put one underneath here as long as it's got a handle like that, just like in your attic and just like for your furnace. You've actually got handles on your switches. Pretty amazing. So that switch is okay as per the manufacturer, but this disposal is locked up. You can get that little thing right there and undo it. This door is a little loose right here. Dishwasher has a nice high loop. Oh, and then it goes to, and then you got a vacuum breaker, that's fine. Dishwasher's running. I believe the dishwasher might not be GFC Applicator. I have to go back in my notes. Now your oven's going to run sometime, okay? It's got a fan, so after I turned it off, it was still running. You still running? I'm still running. Okay, I'm cooling off, bud. All right, cool off, dude. And he finally cooled off, and the fan turned off. So you turn it on, you heat it up, get your cooking done, turn it off. It's still going to run a little bit, or can, depending on what you're cooking and how long you ran it. Microwaves, just fine. I could not get the fireplace to operate. My client couldn't get the fireplace to operate earlier. Okay, I don't like pilot lights. If the seller's a realtor could get a video, of the seller, or somebody could get a video before closing, so that my client could see that this fireplace works. Okay, then that you can see the fire in it and it's all going. If we could get something like that going, I think that'd just make everybody happier. It'd be like like a line dance. We could all be line dancing together. Out here on the patio, we got some plumbing. It looks like we added, probably because it was easier over here, but we added a patio grill. But if you're going to grill, where's the smoke going to go? It's going to go all up in here. That's where it's going to go. And you check with the grill manufacturers, because some grill manufacturers have different rules about where the grills can be located. Our handle's a little boogered up right there, right? And I could not get this power screens are beyond the scope of this inspection. But in the meantime, I couldn't get the power screen to operate. I couldn't find a remote control for it, even though it's plugged in over there. See, interior appliances, interior plumbing and appliances. We're getting away from the plumbing, aren't we? Yeah, we are. But we're not. Let's get on right here, Philip and Doug here. Here's another one. We got the foul line. We've already had the foul line statement. We've already had this Philip and Doug story. We've already been underneath here looking at the loose hinges on the door. We've seen a lot of this. But here we go. I just want to see these because these sticks are really good. See that? Those sticks are what's holding your sink up. You didn't have clips. Let's go to the beer store. Let's go to the beer store. That's how we build them. Okay? Don't be selfish about wanting your sink installed right. When some poor guy needs a beer, always thinking about yourself. Okay. Rolling in here to the primary bedroom. I've got something kind of interesting over here. One thing we got interesting is that I left water running. Yeah, I did. Don't do that, bud. It's still hot. I was wondering about how much hot water the water heater had. Okay. Up underneath here, boring. That little black pipe. You might hear some draining come out of that. That's the primary drain for your air conditioning evaporator coils. And underneath here, over this one over here. How about this one? This is even more boring. Okay. But since it's so boring, let's just see if we can let go of the sticks, bud. What's holding you up? Oh, you got clips? No. No sticks, no clips, just globs of glue. Just put some globs of glue in there. Alright. Now, usually underneath one of these, usually in the primary, it doesn't have to be, but I find a tempering valve, a dilution valve, to keep it from getting scalded. And it's usually just hanging underneath one of these lavatory basins in the cabinet. I come over here, this is a garden tub, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. And there, mounted just as pretty as can be, is a tempering valve. Look at that. And so it just kind of fits in here. Like that. Oh, you gotta put those little wedges underneath there. And that's what the blue tape was for. It got blue taped. Okay, it got blue taped, and the builder didn't do anything about it. Okay, I got blue tape because the home inspector realized, or the builder figured out, the home inspector said, hey man, you can't close this thing. And the builder says, you can too. You put these little stoppers in here, like that. Little stoppers in there, and then you're real careful about how you balance it. Just like new. Oh, that's why we had two on one side. So we tried to do the stoppers, and it wouldn't work very well. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I dropped them both down there. Hello, little spider. How are you doing, man? How things going? Yeah? What happened to your husband? Oh, now I can't find the little thing. How about that? Do no harm, bud. Oh, you just had to keep at it, didn't you? You just had to keep at it. You weren't going to be happy till you spent all day here. I had to get back to that. Shower's good. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Both the shower enclosures, our little soap niches have pitch. Our gaskets are fine. Our bathroom vents are fine. Everything's supposed to be going down is going down. Hi, Timmy. See you later, bud. Okay. We'll get back to that. And the fireplace, I couldn't get the fireplace to work, so I turned the fireplace off, turned it back on. I think this might be the fireplace switch. No, that's not. Okay, I think this might be the fireplace switch, and it just wouldn't come on. So again, you know, if we could get somebody to give us a brief video of the fireplace in operation. I have turned the gas off. And then we're almost done because we already did the water heater. This is the laundry. Laundry equipment's beyond the scope of this inspection, just like the blind. But I took pictures of the data plates so you can know what you know. Usually, I'm not licensed to practice real estate, but if it conveys, you know, usually it doesn't convey, and if it conveys, you need to know what you're bargaining for. So I got that information in there. This is not GFCI protected. 4 prong, not GFCI protected. And I closed our vents dirty.